Hey guys, here's a secret of the day, and it's how are most millionaires made. And this is from what I see with my own clients as well, too. And it used to be the question I always wondered myself before I was in finance, before I did this for a living. How the heck do you become a millionaire? It seems so far out of reach because I can go to work and make this amount per year or hour or weekly or whatever. It just seems unattainable. But it's actually quite simple. And so, number one, it's going to be the stock market, which means you invest in the stock market. And there's a lot of layers to that, obviously. But essentially, you need to get comfortable with investing because no one ever gets rich sitting in cash. Actually, inflation usually, takes away from what that's worth over time. So, again, it's the stock market. You have to invest in it to get ahead. Number two, real estate. I'd say the bulk of that is actually owning real estate. From what I see, too, people's home values are insane over time. You can just buy a primary home, and it'll be a significant chunk of your net worth. If you decide to scale into two or three or four, that's huge at that point for many reasons. You're obviously paying down principal. It's a form of levered debt, so you're putting less money down than what the whole thing is worth. Meanwhile, you as the owner receive the entire, when the price rises, it's 100% yours, even though you may have only put down 10% to buy the home, for example, but you get 100% of what it rises over time. So it's a levered debt. So good when things are rising, not so great on the other end backwards. But typically real estate does increase over time. So the goal is to buy it and hold it. And I should refer back to number one there in the stock market too. Invest in it, hold it, don't do anything else too. Number three is going to be business in some way, shape, or form. That's a little risky in my opinion too as well. A lot of people start businesses and it just doesn't work. You may sink significant capital into it or time, labor, etc. So while it is risky, what I mean by that though too is most millionaires are self-employed in some way, shape, or form, although you don't have to be. You can work a W-2 job, just contribute to your 401k heavily over the years and buy a primary home and probably be a millionaire. It's really just do these simple basic steps. Now, if you have a business, and it usually sucks for the first couple of years, at least, to be honest, before you start making any kind of revenue at all, it seems. But once you do, that can be scaled quicker with either labor from your employees too, or just word of mouth, or just sit in the chair long enough, honestly. From there, you can take some of that wealth in the business too, and lots of ways you can create equity there, essentially through issuing shares or whatnot, taking private capitals they're buying into a lot of business too, obviously, because people are looking for a return on their investment. So a lot of things you can parlay a successful business into once you have a successful business, but very hard before that too, obviously. So those are the three things really that I see that how most millionaires are made. No, it's not the scam stuff. That's why you want to stay away from. So no, it's not crazy, bank on yourself life insurance. No, it's not gold or any kind of precious metals or bullion. No, it's not crypto, at least at the moment. Whatever other crazy stuff you hear. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Stick to the boring stuff. Give it time. All of a sudden, voila, it's worked. See you later.